Hey everyone, welcome to the Everyday Human Podcast. My name is Easton Taverna. Each day I'll share a reflection written by me and inspired by literature, poetry, music, movies, video games, and more. And after that, I'll share a prompt for you to write your own reflection. Together, we'll explore what it means to be human. Every month, we'll walk a new path, taking a look at life, death, the universe, and everything in between. Thanks for coming along. I'm glad you're here. For more, visit eastontaverna.com or join me on Instagram at _everydayhuman. Hey everyone, it's May 8th. Today's reflection is titled, Our Most Honest Invention. And it was inspired by a quote from the novel Contact by Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan, if you're not familiar with him, was an American astronomer, writer, planetary scientist, and something called a science communicator, which I had to explore a little further on Wikipedia to see exactly what that meant. And basically, it's a person who engages in a form of communication, in this case specifically science-related, with the goal of informing non-experts about scientific findings, raising the public awareness of and interest in science, influencing people's attitudes and behaviors, informing public policy, and engaging with diverse communities to address societal problems. And yeah, it sounds like Sagan was pretty good at doing that. He was born in 1934 and died in 1996 at the age of 62. He had quite the career. Teaching at Harvard and Cornell, he was highly involved in the Mariner, Viking, and Voyager programs. He co-wrote and narrated the 1980 series Cosmos, a science documentary. He won the Pulitzer Prize for general nonfiction as well for the book The Dragons of Eden, and he wrote, among many other works, the book that today's quote comes from, Contact, which was also adapted into a movie. So Contact is a work of science fiction, and it's about, contact between humanity and a more advanced form of alien life. It was the only full work of fiction by Sagan, and I haven't read this book, the whole thing at least. I've looked at quotes, I've read some pages and chapters. I did see the movie when I was young and really just kind of remember being scared of the idea of aliens visiting Earth in general. E.T. also kind of freaked me out, but now I find the idea fascinating and enjoy learning more about it. You know, things like the Fermi paradox and the Great Filter and such. Okay, here is the quote from Contact, and I think it's a really good one. Above the table on which the chattering telefax sat was a mirror. In it, she saw a woman neither young nor old, neither mother nor daughter. They had been right to keep the truth from her. She was not sufficiently advanced to receive that signal, much less decrypt it. She had spent her career attempting to make contact with the most remote and alien of strangers, while in her own life she had made contact with hardly anyone at all. She had been fierce in debunking the creation myths of others, and oblivious to the lie at the core of her own. She had studied the universe all her life, but had overlooked its clearest message. For small creatures such as we, the vastness is bearable only through love. Now, isn't that a wonderful passage? I love it. I really do. Okay, here is my reflection. Why are we here? What are we doing with our lives? What's the point of it all? You may ask these questions, believing in a cold and indifferent universe, the one we looked at back on January 1st. Or you may choose to believe in a benevolent and gracious universe, one that gives when you ask. What's interesting is that whichever path of belief you walk, and despite the near infinite vastness of the universe, it still has one thing to teach us. Love is the answer to all of our questions. Love. Is it a mystical force of the cosmos? I deny that it is, and claim, rather, that it is a deeply human one, grounded in action and presence and in choice. one that transmutes our insignificance in the expanse into greatness. It is the only answer to the question, and it is the only thing that can anchor us in the endless vastness of the stars and human consciousness. Some may say love is a construct. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. But if it is our most honest invention and our greatest gift back to the universe. And there ends today's reflection. So there you have it, the answer to life, the universe, and everything. 42, some might say, or the meaning of it all is just love. To love yourself, to love others, and to love the world. That grants us life. Maybe we don't have to go complicating things with questions of meaning and purpose. Maybe we just need to be and to love. All right, here is your reflection question. So, ask yourself the following and then jot your thoughts down in your journal or on your napkin, or while you are looking out the window, just consider it. Have I been listening? Do I understand yet what the universe, indifferent or not, is teaching me about love? All right, that is it for today, May 8th. I'll be back tomorrow, May 9th, with another reflection. Have a good one, and take care.